this would work. So we always practice with a longer, how do you say this, handle or, yeah. So start from the fixed step. This is the combat step. Yeah, this is the combat step. And we do this. We use the full body. It's still same thing. Not using power from here. A chop or, you know, slice or whatever you say. It's like this. And of course, this side is. And you can start walking, because if you have the Mocabu, and then. So like 3 times, like 1, 2, your feet, both feet are fixed, rooted, 3. You can do a little bit, feel. Of course, this is also okay. And you could also, of course, like this. So in Yichuan training, the weapons are extensions of the body. So we maintain unify with static postures, and then with movement, and then this is just extension of the body. So you gotta shift all the power from the feet towards here, wherever you want to strike. This is that.
Chopping movement, but whole body movement coming from the feet to the hips, out to the tip of the blade.
And of course, you could do, you know,
I remember doing that.
because when it comes to a real fight, like those techniques are adapted from the war. When it comes to a real fight, especially aligned with people, you know, fighting each other, you cannot do, you know, with this foot, you know, it's like a film. No, you're gonna cut off your your own people's head, right? So it's basically you just go forward, all of you guys going forward, chopping, and if it's a one-on-one fight, you know, of course, you know, people say block, but which I believe, in Yichuan is like, oh, they're all fast. It's not easy to block. It's like, for Yichuan, it's like you strike. Let's say, so you go, the other than, just theoretically, I think it goes like this. So if they chop you, and you chop the other, you chop the head, the other guy chops your shoulders, you still win the game with a heavy injury. That's it. That's
not even like, oh no, you just defend by attacking.
No, it's just
you just attack.
You just go ahead, and if some guy they use, you know, his swing, this you just bang, you know, it's like okay, this, because you know he gets a severe attack, so it's still maybe living there, but it's not going to end your life. Like it's probably not even a heavy injury. You know, you just have to get him first before he gets you. That's basically the theory. Wow. But yeah, we don't do much.
Basically, it's a chop and a stab.
Yeah,
that's it. Right?
Basically, it's a chop and a stab. That's right. And you know, like, because we don't practice, because we're gonna need protections and the practice, right? That's why Kendo, the Japanese, they can still actual fight, you know, because they got protections and you really do it for real. Without protections, and you just talk, you know, I block and I this. It's but anyways, this is theory. So this is how we practice the sword. That's it. You got to extend your body. So you walk and it's the same thing like fighting, right? You're just using this to where's the hoi, hoi. You could go, if there's no chance, you go backward. You could go, all of a sudden you reverse, right? You return. Those are Mocabu footstepping. Like, okay. There's no chance you return. He's coming forward. All of a sudden, oi, oi. Yeah, basically that's it. You want to try? Staff movement, there's a little bit more, but sword is
Fairly simple.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, with a quick body weight shift to the front ball. Yeah.
It's getting the footwork.
Yeah.
And the feet are the hard.
Feet are the hard part.
Yeah, literally.
But I can.
Yeah.
Yes, it's that footwork is like.
I can feel the power coming out.
Yeah.
From the ground.
Yeah.
I never could feel that before.
Ah. There you go. Yeah, that's the extension. You gotta extend the power goes further.
Well, you want to try?
I'll give it a shot.
Right.
It's one of those things where you're like, okay, the feet is like.
Yeah, on the fixed foot first.
Yeah.
On the fixed step and just swing and it's basically you're chopping here.
Yeah.
This is we call this is central line, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically you chop on the central line.
On the center. Okay.
Yeah, on the center.
Okay.
It's you change, then it's here, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's here. You change, it's coming here. It's you always the central line because this is your head. You always facing towards the opponent, right? So
Right. Okay.
yeah. So you try to see.
Center's there.
Yeah. Just
So.
you can use.
I'm still thinking about it a little bit like
you can it can go as high as here.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go higher and then. Yeah. All the way towards. Yeah.
And that's like trying to figure out how to make that an extension is so interesting. Not practiced on uneven ground. It's so interesting.
So you use Mocabu and integrate Mocabu with the chopping forward and back and the thrusting forward.
Yeah. That's right. It's like you flow, Of course, firstly, you do with hand movement, right? With hand movement, and you know, coming from here, and then more freely with different hand postures, but still, basically, it's the feet that your legs.
Right.
And you know, you can revert. You can do the bigger.
I remember watching the master do that. He does it so fast, and you see the power coming from his feet through his hands.
And of course, then when you do this is called health dance, right? If you remember, its literal translation is health dance. You can do soft. You can do a little bit bali, you know, power releasing. Then you see, hui, hui. Yeah, depending on what you want to do. You could be doing with the movement. You could do the power releasing all the time.
Does it matter generally? I guess you would want it to be. Never mind. You want it to be the same.
You feel comfortable.
Whichever your hand you feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't matter. You should practice the other side.
Yeah.
But you're going to go to your dominant hand.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does make sense. Okay.
Extend it out a little bit more, like you.
Oh, right. There's actually.
You want to.
I can actually extend.
Go beyond the tip.
I still got to figure out the. Yeah. It's getting used to.
That's it.
Actually.
That's it.
There's a story. So this guy is the best swordman in China. Okay, the other guy wants to challenge him and takes over his position. So he goes there challenging, lost, challenging again, lost, challenging again, lost. He was so frustrated. He says he wanted to kill himself. You know, before he killed himself, he's like, I'm gonna end my life anyway. How about let him kill me? You know. And he goes there, challenges the last time, and says, you know, I'm going to challenge you one last time. And this time, because he was ready to die. He's not going to block or survive. He's just going to, I'm just going to give you that strike, and then, you know, whatever you do, you know, I'll just die. Because I wanted to die anyway, because I could never beat you. And as soon as they were in the combat position, the other guy sees, oh, I see, you get it. He stopped. And you know, that's it. Like, you have that. Now,
that's funny.
Yeah, you succeeded. And it says, okay, you have it. He says, now you have it. You are the best. You know, at least you're as good as I. So that's it. So when it comes to actual fight, you got to be, you have that. I'm not gonna survive. I'm not gonna survive. You know, I'm gonna
go.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill. You know, you know. So the other guy like, oh, okay, you have the skill now. Like, you got it. You mastered it. So. If we got into actual fight, both of us are gonna die because you are gonna.
Right, because we're both just gonna.
We're both gonna. Yeah, that's it.
You win.
Yeah, and.
Well, there was a story about battle between gentlemen, and in China, there was a dispute. Two gentlemen, scholars, would have a dispute with the sword, and they wouldn't kill each other. Because they would just wound the other person's hand. And then that person would bow in defeat, and that was it. You have your life, but maybe you don't have your hand no more. But part of it was the family would come and take revenge if you killed the person. That's where they only would go for the arm. A true scholar fencing, and they would just aim for the arm, the shoulder, to, in other words, disable.
Yeah.
If you were right-handed, they would want to disable your right arm, so you couldn't fight no more. And that was the gentlemanly way to do it.
It's so that's I think that's a good explanation that why the Chinese traditional artists when they go to like a boxing ring they always lose because like traditionally they don't hit each other's head. It's like as a respect. They just try to win the game without hurting the other so much. And in the boxing ring, you know, the modern fight, they always try to hit your head. And just different rules and different. But anyways, it takes a lot more to become an actual fighter. Then that's better. Why? You just have to practice.
Right.
All you need to do, you go home, you get a.
I was gonna say, where do I get one of those?
Well, you can go online and get them. But you know what? You can
What's the
actually
thing that I need to look for?
you could get a broom handle or a wooden dowel.
The thing is, I did, but it's not. This is kind of. It's a good size.
You can get it. You can get it from Amazon. There's tons of them. Yeah.
What do I actually search for when I?
Well, you could search for wooden katana.
Okay.
Right. This is a katana. So this katana, right? They have them a little longer. And like I said, what I like about this one here is if you have to have your hand up a little bit more, you can and give yourself a little room.
Yeah. This is you got to have that. Like one-handed sword is not for Yichuan training. It's for like dancing, like forms. That's good. But for actual fight, you always need two hands to hold on because the other guy must be stronger. You could always lose one hand, but you know you'll recover, right? So I will help you find the right one. You know when we're back to the apartment.
It's a good. You want to get something at least with a two-handed grip.
Yeah.
Yep. So that'll be kind of like two-handed. And this is about the right blade. So the blade. So if I was the Dao blade go from 18 inches to about 26 inches.
Okay.
28. Once you go from 28 to 33, that's the longer. That would be the broadsword. So like the Taichi swords were single-handed, right? Right. With your guard, and now your blade comes out 26 to 32 inches. This typically, I mean, it seems to be more maneuverable. If you go anything longer than the 20 to 24 inch range, 18 to 24, it's too long, and it'll overcompensate. This is a nice size because it's a chopping.
So for those longer, I like what's typical as far as each end.
You can get longer shoulder. It's okay.
I was gonna say it's just a matter of your stance. I assume, right? Okay.
If you get longer, it's like you extend like more extensions. It's just harder to.
Does this feel comfortable for you?
Yeah, it's a good. I got it. That's like a good. What's the length on that guy?
This one here, I think is about the blade out is about 24 inches.
Okay.
About 2 feet out.
Okay. Yeah.
And with the handle, it's about 8 inches, maybe 8 to 10. So total would be about 29 inches. If
you get a little bit longer, that wouldn't hurt you. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's okay.
But once you start going to 33, 34, that might be too long.
Right.
You just practice with staff. Other than a longer blade.
There's a certain point where I'm like, okay, what's the difference between that and the staff?
Yeah. You just get longer.
So a chop and a thrust.
Yeah.
It's right, left, right.
Yeah.
Thrust.
Then the stepping is important too.
Yeah, that's it's like, okay, I've got the sword. Wait, where does that? Okay, where does the sword? I need to watch you.
So you know without being able to move freely, you just see 1, 2, 3, and then you move one foot together forward, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Of course. 1, 2, 3. You can walk like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's different footsteps.
You can do up and down, and then you could do side.
Yeah, of course. It's
4 directions, but up and down gives you 6 directions.
for this footstep without this. Let's see, without this. So it's like you can practice with this, and then you push the back foot and extend the front. So it's like, and the back foot follows, eh? So like you got to you start from here, pushing the back foot and extend.
Is the ball? It's the heel or the ball?
The four foot.
Okay, the 4. Okay.
Give this is like you. That's right. Yeah.
It's a bit of a.
You can. I think you can lower your arm just to get used to the footwork. It's like you can be like this and practice. This is the half step.
Okay.
The half step thing. It's like so 1, 2. The second, the first time you follow. The second you follow. This time, the third time is like maybe just from here, getting used to this. Yeah. So you got to think of the. Yeah, there's the momentum. You're gonna generate the momentum without jumping, without bouncing.
Yeah, right.
It's just the back foot pushing the ground, just forward, not backward. This is going forward. Yeah, the backward is you push the
Right.
yeah, you push the front foot and then extend the back foot. But basically, this is for forward. So Master Wang's teacher was called Master Guo. He was in prison for a few years. His ankles was chained, and hands were chained. He couldn't practice the Xingyi. Xingyi, there's a punching like full step, and he was only able to do this little bit. So he's still practicing the punch like little bit. After he got out of the prison, they say the half step punching was so great. He could win anyone all over China. That's the true story. That's how he developed it. This is what we do. This is the half step. Yeah, so you push the back foot and extend. You do not jump, do not bounce. It's just like slightly, the front foot is slightly off the ground, but not slide on the ground. And then that's for the footstep, right? John, yeah, take a look. So and then this is Fa Li, right? Power releasing is like 1, 2. Let's see if it's still filming. So this is power releasing here, yeah. So this is Shili, slow movement, right? We're gonna do it fast. It's like you putting your hands into the water and then you try to get rid of the water by doing this, right? So, it's just actually 3 times, like 1, 2, hoi, hoi, hoi.
I'm still stand.
Yeah.
Stand.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Don't overthink of it. Just try to.
Okay,
yeah. Just try to. You're in the water and then you get rid of the water by doing this. Yeah. So that's power releasing, right? That's power releasing. And then you with footstep, this half step is like doing this. 1, 2 is still Shili, hands also the 3rd time. So 1, 2. Let me just say 1, 2. The last time little bit extend, but this one is already rooted because you want doing this. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
That.
Yeah, let me have the sword. Yeah. And then that's just become from here to this, right? Like so. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2. Right? So the stepping is always the same.
Yeah, yeah.
You could use the staff doing 1. So it's
Maybe tomorrow.
yeah.
Bring the staff.
Yeah. So you cannot skip stepping.
Right.
You can do this on a fixed step, or just one step, or just here and there. But if you want that free, yeah, let me have it. If you want that, you know, more relaxing, more freely, this is actual like. Then you need more stepping, right? So if you want to practice this, okay, or fixed step, you know, they're all fine. But if you want to go like more,
So you talked about the 6 directions. 1, 2, 3, 4.
in this case, in this case, it does not matter that much. When it comes to weapon, it's mixed.
You could really do. So the basic is the chopping. Here, left, right, left, and then
yeah,
right.
yeah.
You can do it differently based upon your flow of movement.
Oh yeah. It looks different, but it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing, right?
So really, it's just those 4 basic movements. Okay. And then with the stepping, it's this. The push step.
Yeah, the step you got to practice this is also for later. It's not a thing you have to do it. It's the, you know, intermediate stepping. After later, it's always like this. Later, it's whatever you do.
So the intermediate, the basic stepping is to do that. But that'll help you. That'll help you generate the full body power.
Yeah. But later, there's no restrictions. You just freely
do.
But see, the general movement of the feet is always this.
Right.
You could land anywhere, but you could also reverse at any time. Right? You could do fighting this guy, but if there's someone sneak behind you, you gotta have all the. Of course, you can change your hand if it feels more comfortable. I would say in the actual fight, I think it will be looking like this. Like you wouldn't be able to do any, you know, complicated.
Chop, slash,
yeah.
Chop, slash, forward, back.
Yeah, it's basically, this is like you're getting ready, right? You're also
simplistic at its best, but yet when you break it down, it can be very complex. Each movement, it's not a dance, but it's more of a natural movement. But to get the body to train naturally, you got to break it down to the simple movements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you want to do, right? You cannot skip those. I did.
So the military, like the form is a little different. You know, I have to get some level ground. I can show you something.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. I was looking forward to.
On guard, you're on the ready, right?
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
Weights here, right? Chop. block, slice.
You're out of our camera.
So I could do this. Yeah. I could do it.
Really nice, right? Really nice.
Yeah.
Actually, now you can do that, right? At the end of anything, you can try to. You get my point?
So
Let's see. Yeah, at the end of it, a little bit, but not so hard. Let's see what it looks like. Go ahead.
regular to show you the form.
Sure. Yeah. There you go. That's how you improve the forms.
Right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. That's. Oh.